edition. It's still brekkie. It's before 9. I've got my coffee and I've got my biggies. Davo. On the go with Davo. Coin spot. He said that's what he was doing, so I grabbed a couple of biscuits. And now my dog wants something. You're kidding. I mean, I know what he wants. Look, I've gone live and my dog needs to do nothing. He's lying down. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with my coins that I got. I think I got them Friday and I haven't done any more. So I'm going to go through some of them. I'll start with these 50 cents anyway first, but we'll get underway. I just got to turn down my oh, just hold on, people. Sorry. I'm here. Just, I was in a hurry setting up, so I'm real sorry. Anyway, it's all raw, and that's what happens when it's live and raw. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's right. So anyhow, I'm pretty sure I'm up to date now. Yeah, my dog's going crazy. I don't know what he wants. Anyhow, so we'll get into these 50-cent pieces and we'll see what's in there. Well, I said I can't do it. I'll just put a little... I should really start with a good morning, shouldn't I? I'm just writing a comment up. Yeah, I'll just put a comment up there, that was all. So yes, we'll have a look through. Go to 96 there first. I've got a ton of coins here to look at, 5 cents, 10 cents. When you get mixed denominations, you know, you got your 5 cents and 10 cents. They honestly do take a lot longer because there's a lot of coins to check. I mean, I've got $460 worth, but I've got 920 coins to check through in total. So anyone that doesn't know, I got $360 of $1, $60 of 50 cents, 16 of 20 cents, $12 of 10 cents, $12 of 5 cents. I've done 1 10-cent roll, 2 5-cent rolls, 1 50-cent, and I think about 5 or 6 $1 rolls so far on Friday in the last live. So I got my coffee, which I'll have a sip off before we start. I've got all the lights on. I hope the lights are a bit better this time. Anyhow, we'll get a little bit closer, I think. Yeah, so hope everyone's woken up. It's Monday morning here in Melbourne, 8:56 a.m. and that's a good start. That's 3 million there on that one. That's a low midage down there in the 70s, and it's dirty, but there's a bit of crown still on there. That might be all right for the squealer. I put a good 72 in there, I know that, and a 69. So anyway, that might get in the piggy bank. 21, well, 1.44 million, but I'm sure they're going to go up. Yeah, that tell you the truth, I don't want them. I just don't want them. I've got so many of them. Hi, Christine. Good morning. Wakey, wakey. I sort of thought I might miss a lot of people because, well, you'll be off to work Monday morning. Unless you're in America, then it's probably tea time. Well, they just finished it. Yeah, so I thought I'd better get these done. I haven't touched them since Friday, and I got to go down to the post office today and get that finger out of the way. And I've got to get these coins in and get some more coins. So I'm probably going to be noodling a lot of this off the, not live. I've got too much to go through. I've got to do it quickly. So a lot of it's going to be not video, but if I find anything, I'll do a video. You know, those things I used to do. Oh, these are still videos. They turn into videos. All the lives do. But I'll do an actual video to show. So I'm looking for the double bar on these. That's beyond the emu's head. I don't know what's going on with this camera. And yeah, I think it has got them. Let's see if I get a bit dirty there. Yeah, it has. So beyond the emu's head there, you can see that bar going across. And on this, it's got a dirty spot right where the other one is. But there you go. You can see those two there. So they're a variety, not an error. 79 is variety. Everything else is errors with that double bar behind there, because they're completely different, and this was put in there by the mint. The other ones is a weak spot in the die. So when the mint puts something in there, deliberate or not, it's a variety. It was in the die deliberately, and it's a variety. The other ones are 66, 83, 93, 97, 2004. They've got double bar. That's a weak spot in the die. That's an error because the die's wrecked. There you go. Anyway, so I'll keep going. 1980. You get one of them for. Sorry, you'll get a 79 for every. Oh, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these 80s, because the 79s are harder. They're 24 mil. The 79. These are 38. So there is a difference there. And that's about right scale, so you know, 7, 8 to 1. 8, 7, 8, 1980s to 179, double bar. And let's zoom back down that bottom. I thought I had it up there. I just can't get this thing to be where I want it to, like just under the size of the screen. It's all touchy. Yeah, so anyhow. So I've been out looking for a car on the weekend, so I haven't done much. Thought I found one, but you know, some people don't tell you everything going on. Here's another variety, beautiful, 2 in a row. This is a 1994, year of the family, and they have 2 dates. They have a standard date, and they have this wide date. And the wide date, I'll put up close, I'll forget to do this for you. So you can see between the 9 and the 4, there's 1 mil between there and 1 mil between that one. The standard date, which is 6 mil, this is 7 mil from corner, or that corner to that corner, or that corner to that corner, it's 7 mil across. All right, you measure it that way, you can't measure it that way because it's not right. And so 7 mil, and that's 1 mil in between. The standard is half a mil in between. So that's that's pretty good. That's 2 varieties there that show you in a row. And this one's, that's nice. I'll be putting that on eBay. They sell like hotcakes on eBay. So that'll be going on there. And $6 including postage. So they're a money coin. It's not much, but if you turn over quite a few of them, if you turn over 100 of them, and after eBay takes its money and the postage is in there and take everything out, that's probably $3. No, yeah, it's probably $3 profit. So if you sold 100 of them, that's $300. If you had another coin that you did that for, then you'd have a weekly income of about $600 from 2 coins. And that's what I used to do, and still do. All these Varieties and error coins pay for all my coins. That's why I can give stuff away. You know, I can give heaps away because they're all paid for. You know, you say, oh, you know, I'll give you this and that. Like Christine, I'll give you that rotate $1 coin. Yeah, that's $1 for me, you know. But they're worth that one, you know, 35, 40 bucks. But it's $1 for me. Everything's paid for. Because I've done it for so many years. Not all the silvers are paid for. I've got to say that, what I bought. But all these fines and the Wiggles packs, you know, that I bought, and the Olympic ones, and a lot of other stuff are paid for. Basically everything bar the silvers, you know, the high premium silvers I have. I got lumbered with them, and I'm stuck there trying to sell them, and I can't sell them any less than I got because bloody eBay takes so much off me. If I sold them, if they sold on here, I can take all the eBay fee away. But anyhow, so there's money in money. I've always said that. I can make a living from it, and I have. Not now, because it's all died off. But I've made money, and I'm quite happy giving stuff back, eh? What goes on comes around anyway. You know, I could turn around and find 2-3 bloody Millennium 2000s here, and you know, that's 120 bucks for those three, at least 40 bucks each. The same as the rotates and the dollars. And if you find them every day, well, I sell them, and that gives me $40 that I can, well, $39 on the dollar and $39.50 on a 50 cents that I can give away. That's actually not, it's cost me $1 or 50 cents. There's a 79, no double bar. You on that one? Anyway, that's a bit of insight to me selling stuff. Yeah, I'll be posting them out today. They're all sitting up there. I've got to post to you. I've got to post out the Spud Lee, and the Spud Lee comes on. Don't forget to post my stuff off today. And I'll be posting yours off. Yeah, but yeah, they'll all be going off today. That's why I want to get these done, so I don't have to go back and forwards. Anyway, look for this one. I'll tell everybody anyway, but just look for cuds everywhere. There, you can get all this doubled. You can get cut in on here. I've had this where I actually had some that I sold, and the write-up I did was that all the arm and the pants and these legs, and look, you know, nobody might know this, but they were all patterned. So what had happened, I reckon, was the chrome, like on this pointer, that's on the inside of the dies, because they put a protective coating for that to wear through before the dye, and it's normally chrome. And I reckon the chrome had peeled, and it left all these raised but flat flakes all over, and I reckon it lost all the chrome off it. So look for them too. But you can get cuts on the hat, them on the neck, the elbow here. You can get complete doubling of all of him. Don't think I've ever found any cuds down on the legs, you know, or on the front of the pants there. But the well-known one at the gown at the bottom of the chaplain, and then you've got die cracks you can get from his hand right across here to the legend there. I used to call it the whiz. When I found it basically before people started calling it the whip, I'll tell you now. I had them on eBay immediately. When these came out, I found these in errors galore, and I was selling them massively. And he had it from his hand going across here, but it sort of set in there a bit, and I called it the whizzing soldier, basically, because it looked like he was having the whiz. But there was other ones that went further to the hand, and they call that the whip. And some of them go down all the way, some of them to here, some go all the way to the very edge there. So look for those die cracks there, and there's a die crack you can get off these dudes too, if I remember. I'd have to look at my own videos. Anyway, all over there, then completely around this face, all the neck, all the chin, all the lips, all the nose, all the eyes, all the cheeks, all the forehead, all the hair at the front, the hair at the top, here, 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 under the neck, here, double in of everything too, and here. So it's a shocker of a coin. That's out. There's the millennium. I was just saying, Incuse flag. If this was Incuse sitting down, that's the variety. And again, it's a variety because the mint deliberately put that as an Incuse, just like the 79 and 80. They deliberately put those bars beyond that emu's head. They don't just get there because they got there. Someone did it. They need to fess up to that. Same thing. If that was Incuse to be a variety, not an error. The error on these is you can get die crack from that tip to the inner rim, and you can get die crack from that tip to the inner rim. You can get this whole, well, you don't normally get the M, but it'll start from the L right through to the M here, and you can get what they call fat letters. And those fat letters is just where the die is wearing. As the die wears, you could just imagine that the metal comes across and it flows into that U, straight down into it and mints it. As it wears out this way. So as the metal gets to it, it starts flowing in from here. And then it gets more and flows in from here. And that's what it is. And it gives it this fat letter. It is not doubling. It is the die has worn to the real bad, and the metal's flowing in before it should, because it's wearing outwards. And it'll look like it's on here, it'll look like it's going downwards like a flow. And it could be in two levels too, for the wear that was going on as it wore out further and further and left tide lines there. Check them out, but it's not doubling. It's a really, really badly worn die. Hey Ron, how are you? North Carolina. Very nice. Down that's in the south. Beautiful. Yeah, very good. See you. See your name there. First time. I'm just going through some Australian coins here, just explaining varieties, errors, low mints, and anything basically odd. Excuse me. I use this hand because the shadows are less. I've changed the lights a little bit in here and I'm hoping it's better. I don't know if it's coming out very good. Yeah, so your commemorates and everything like that, like these ones, the only thing I look at on here is that this queen here can get a really nice cud. And I've got one. I haven't got it close to pull out, but she can have it where her tongue comes. Well, a cud is created right on the lip joint, and it curls up a little bit, and it looks like she's licking her top lip. It's a real beauty. I've got one here. So look for that one on these, the top lip cud, and just keep an eye out on the back here, because I do remember at some stage years ago, again when these first come out, because they're all picked up when they first come out because they're uncirculated, so we can all pick them up pretty quickly, people at Noodle. But I'm sure there was another error, like, on top of his tongue coming out. Well, how his tongue comes out there, or it's a leaf actually, but that's what she looks like on the other side with the cut error in there. It's a beauty. Oh, yeah, so yeah, but the commemoratives, I don't really keep them or talk about them too much, because they're there. If you need them, they're there. I'll tell you the ones that are a bit odd to get, and if they've got errors we found, like this 1996, 19 million on these, but people don't. I've told everybody, if you can find, that's not good enough. Not needed that. I haven't even got anything here. All these coins are in shocking condition to even prove a point. Anyway, it doesn't matter. These coins are very hard to find in nice condition. Extremely hard to find. And to me, if you want a really good one of these, you got a better chance just going to buy one buy a mint set and get it out of there, or somebody has broken it open, because to find a good one of these in circulation, it's really hard. They are really hard. I've only got like a 6, 7, you know, I haven't found very many of these in many years. They're really hard in top nick. So you want them looking almost uncirculated, you know, it's uncirculated if you can get them. Out of finding them, but you know, anything EF plus, you know, extremely fine plus, I would be keeping. They're money coins. I'm telling you, when I had these uncirculated, they just flew off. $9 a pop, bang, they were gone. And they're a money coin. You get a roll of them, you know. You got 20 in there, it's $180 for $10. So yeah, beautiful. I might have to just, sorry, this is what live is all about. My dog needs to go out. Back again. No. He's just lying down. Anyway, that's what I said. It's all raw. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I'm going to have a drink and watch. I've done that. You have to. Now these 2010s get what they call a crop circle. Haven't found one yet. It's in that reed in that one. Pretty sure it's that one. And it's like a perfect circle. But pardon me. And so I haven't found one, but it looks to be obtuse, so it's standing up, which means I'd say there's a bit of round metal or something got on the die and pressed into the die, and then it's left obtuse. Perfect circle on there, call it crop circle. Be a perfect little circle on there, which is something to look for. I haven't found one yet, but 2010. Oh, sorry, it wasn't the 2010. I think it's the 2014. But you know why I said that is because I'm sure I saw somebody with a 2010. Doesn't matter, look on the 2010 and the 2014. But yeah, I'm thinking now, because at one stage I kept thinking it was the 2016, but that was the wide date that I found on them, the wide font and well, the whole thing's different. Proof dies for sure has been used on it. It was minted with. They had proof dies left over and decided to use them. Let's see if she's got anything. Let's just check that. There's dirt on there. Yes, just dirt. Yeah, no, it's that good. Oh, 2018. Don't see many. Oh, you sort of do. They went up. They were 3.7, but they went up to 4.6 million. So look out for them anyway. 2018s. I'd keep them in a couple of them in great nick. That one, well, it's got my #1 horrors anyway, and that's beaten up with the got a lot of hits in the prominent spots where you look. You know, that's what you don't really want all there. It's been hit pretty hard quite a number of times, so don't want that. But yeah, they're worth looking for and keeping. Yes, from the bank. Yeah. So our banks have coin roll dispensers, bit like your coin places that you've got, and excuse me, and you just tap what you want, put your money in, and it spits it out. You got to be you got to have an account with that bank to do it though. And that's it. And you can go post office and order coins from them, get them in through whoever they get them through, Armaguard or Chubb, whoever it is, but you can order bags of coins through them. Millennium. Yeah, so they're pretty easy to obtain anyway. If you're in well, basically if you're in town somewhere and you can get to a bank, country places wouldn't be happy with you because they probably don't have much change. If you're in the country, probably better off going to the shop, trying to get them off them. So they got a tiny one on there. Looking for die crack at the end of this point on the flag. Best way is to get the shadow, get that light, and oh, there's probably the smallest of smallest on our team. Where's my other one? Yeah, you can't do that here. They won't be. If you're in the country, yeah, because you probably all know each other, but in town, mate, they don't even want to talk because they're busy with all the other customers. So you can say, I know where I go to the bank. They all know me because I've been going there every day for that particular bank every day for 2 years. Well, not every day because I've gone to my little bank in between that. So I've got 2 banks I go to. But the main one I go to, I'll go there 5 times to maybe one at my little bank. So they know me anyway. Yeah, so good to know them, but it's just how you going and whatever, that's it. That's a nice, like I said, 2018s. Worth keeping some of them. That's not bad, but, well, beggars can't be choosers, but if you had to, that's all right. It's got a little mark across there. It's not a gouge, but it's a scrape. But anyway, 2018. Yeah, I've tried a few times, but they're just too much of a hurry, and they just haven't got time to talk to you. And I've worked behind the counter, and let's face it, you just want to say, you don't even want to say, get into a conversation with anybody really, because it just drags it out further. You just want them to do what they got to do and get away and bring up the next customer. So yeah, they haven't got time to talk to you, and often don't want to anyway. Oh, yeah, no worries, Ron. Yeah, have a great night, mate. And yeah, that's right, because you're down there, Caroline. Be well, it could be anything from 9 p.m. to 7 p.m. there. But yeah, I'll see you later anyway, buddy. Yeah, I want to keep going on the theme I've got, 50 cents. A real nice uncirculated, which I've had almost uncirculated Millennium flags. I can't say I've had uncirculated because I've never had a roll of them, and I haven't had a bag of them, and they've all come out of a roll or bags, but with other coins. Doesn't mean they didn't come from the mint, went straight in there, and they were actually uncirculated in with the circulators. But mate, when you sell coins, you got a hard time trying to convince people that they're circulated, that they're uncirculated. The thing, anyway, yeah. So I'll just keep going through here, see what we can find. 79. Oh, it's got remnants there. I don't know how close this will get up. I think I go there and then zoom the camera up. Might be the go. I can't see anything when the screen keeps showing all the comments. Honestly, don't think it's anything there. It's got what might be. Nah, not even a shadow there. Look like it, but it's not. That's why you got to check up close, and you never assume anything until you pick it up and you put a 10, 20 times on it or whatever, and you check it. Don't assume anything by eye and say, oh, that's a scratch, when it could be a struck through or a die crack that you haven't picked up. Yeah, thanks, Christine. Yep, you have a good day too. And those things will be off today. They should be down easterly. Well, hopefully, what's today? Well, I'll be pushing it to say get it by Friday, but technically you should get it by Friday, even where you are. Depends on Australia Post. So this one, just turn it and look for the trail lines that happen here. So trail lines, look it up, trail lines. You'll find US coins get a lot of trail lines on their 5 cent, on their dimes, on the stairs. But look for them and their trail lines. So, but look them up and you'll get an explanation of things left behind in the die. Just cause these furrows. They stand up, they go through all the way. They always run vertical, never horizontal, never past that point there, never past there. But they'll go all the way from there down to here. I don't think I've ever had them right to the inner rim here, but I haven't had them all the way up to the inner rim this end. But they always, you'll see all these spikes through here, all these spikes, raised spikes, and they extend out here. And they're trail lines. It's just from over cleaning, left lint behind. It's burrowed into the 43 million on them too. Pretty high up. But look for them because they're money coins, trail lines. But yeah, look them up. OCCC, how are you? Afternoon at home, morning here, 9:26 a.m. Monday morning. Now, this Diane Charles here, I've had these uncirculated out of a roll. Bought rolls these just to sell them. I just put them in sets and stuff. Die cracks all off here, all around here. Just look for die crack. You'll see them straight away. I'd have to look at the picture of where they were, but I don't think it was from her eye. Like a big tear there. But look for there's die cracks to be found on this area here. Okay, long ones. Look for them. Oh, Diane Charles. There, I think they're around the 20 mils. Nearly all of them, I think most of them, sit around that 20 mil mark for your commemoratives. Yeah, they're usually all around that. But I don't need to keep saying them. It makes no difference what they are. Just watch what ones I pull out. That's a real nice 79, and we're looking for that double bar on the emu's head here. And there's zip, nothing. And it's a nice 79, but yeah, they made 24 mil. So you can find them better, but I should really say that the fact is I find them and I can find them better, and I keep saying you can find them better, but there's a there is one factor to this, and that's the fact that you have to go and get tons of coins to actually be what I said there, that you can find them, in better condition. If you're not noodling tons of coins, then keep those ones. I'm basing it on, if you're doing tons of noodling, I'm basing it on that when I say, oh, look, you can get a better one, you can get a better one. No, not if you're not noodling much. So if you're not noodling much, then grab those, the 2018 and the nice 79 rocks up, whether it's double bar or not, whatever. Your millenniums, or you gotta grab what you're actually noodling to. If you're doing very little noodling, well, you're gonna have to grab whatever you can grab. But if you do a lot of it, you don't have to. Believe me, just if it's not up to scratch, what you really want, the top notch one, just toss it. You'll find that. Just come and get another batch of coins. Everything's out there. Hello, get some. Good morning, buddy. Excuse me. Being light, I've got my coffee here. And I had biscuits because Davo said they have biscuits, and I haven't even eaten any. It's only got 2 rolls of these to go, 50 cents. So. Oh, hi, Jimmy. Yeah, good evening to you. 9:30 Melbourne time here in Australia. Australian Standard Eastern Time. 9:29. 18 degrees Celsius, but that's in here because I got the heater going in the house, and I'm in the back room, and I do get some heat come through because I think that was on like about 11 before. So it's pretty cold out here sometimes. Banished to the back room, the man cave that's not a cave. Well, it is a cave. Of 2021, and again, like I said, if you don't noodle much, well, look, there's a 21 for you, But if you do a lot, well, you don't have to. And remember, I said too, the look on these somewhere on this one too, cut errors can be found. I'm sure there was something here. And I something keeps bugging me about this bike guy and this guy. So I don't know if there was a cut error or die crack or something going on, but look on those game ones. Ah, it is. I was going to say is that, and that's it. It is. Beautiful. 2014 Torres Strait. That's us. 3 million on that. Very nice. Yeah. And of course, well, it's not. You're not going to bag these when they're not 100%, because they're hard to come by, as any coin is. You don't, you always bag the ones that there's tons of. It's like, it's crap, not made, whatever. But when they're low mint, not the design, but the coin itself with the condition, yeah, don't worry too much if you're happy to find one. Don't see too many of these. That's probably only my, I don't know, maybe I found about 6 or 7 in the last year and a half or more. 64 to 2014. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, look, I can't even tell you straight out. I just know it's with the Torres Strait Islanders. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, nice. Uncirculated, in silver, it'd be beautiful, really done. And a proof one of these would look great. A reverse proof would look great. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, 3 million. So that's one. Piggy, Mr. Squealer, who knows? I'll tell you what, not many coins left to go in him. He's pretty heavy. I'll drop down. So yeah, not many coins to go on him, I reckon, because I don't know if a 50 would fit in there. I'd have to shake it really hard, you know, really shake and ram him down into that back there. Just joking. Only saying it because some people don't like me shaking Mr. Squealer around. But very soon he's going to be full and I'll be doing a giveaway. And I've got to come up with what I'm going to do for it. Could be what I've put in there. It could be what I had on my band-aids each day. It could be something that people are going to have to put in there to get in, and I'll probably do the same thing, put them all like I did my 1500 into a wheel, and then do a last man standing. They win it. And of course be 2 done, because that's for Australia only, because I don't post overseas if it's bigger than a letter, no matter what. That's it. Big, large letters, the biggest I'll go. So that's for Australians. And for overseas, I'm going to find something. But I'm thinking more. I'm going to do a. Yeah, I got an idea for a silver coin that I'll be doing, and I've got to decide which one it's going to be. Well, maybe I should do it. Excuse me, should do a poll. That it's either the dinosaur 2022 silver or the Mungo footprint 2021 silver. I got both of them, and I think one's 20 cent and the other's 50 cents. Yeah. No, I'd have to have a look if that dinosaur's not $1. Could be $1 silver. Anyway, that's what I'm tossing up. 22 dinosaur silver. Or it must be a silver dollar, I'm pretty sure. I mean, yeah, I've got so much stuff, you know. The brain, what can I say? Look at that coin that's sitting on there too while I'm waffling away. Can you believe that? So 2020. So far, there's only 630,000 of them showing on the site there at the mint site. 630,000. That's it. How's that? So that makes only about I think 6 now that I found of the 2020. I know I got a few. No, the 2020s. No, I'd have to have a look. It's the 2022s I've got a couple of. I've only got 4 or 5, but the 2020, I might have about 8 or 9 of them now. But yes, they're only 630,000 so far, anyway. And that's probably, I mean, this year would be the last year for them, you know, given their absolute outright permanent, you know, what the mintage figure is. But so far, 630, that makes them the lowest 20-cent piece out there in circulation. Yeah, beautiful. So yes, that's a good score. 2020, I'll check how many I've got, and maybe Mr. Piggy can have one of them, or Mr. Squealer, the piggy bank. Is that too close? Yeah, so yeah, that's right, the 2020, so that's right. Because yes, they had them at 90,000, didn't they, all last year? And everybody was wondering what was going on. Then it came out 630. So, and that put them at number 1 over the 2019 JC at 870. So the 2020 came in and beat them all in the end. So that's a really good score. I'm not realising how good a score that 2020 is, you know. That's 630,000 on there. I mean, That's equivalent to the lowest mintage in the $2, $1 and that are worth really good money. So I'll be keeping all your 2020 so far, because that's the lowest minted 50 cents we got out there, coat of arms. Yeah, yeah, that was really good. Totally unexpected again. But they really do. I don't care what they are, what's wrong with them. Well, I do. I chuck them out, don't keep them. But you know, there's certain errors and that you're going to keep them. The money ones. Again, looking for those trail lines all through here, always up and down vertical. And always check your 50 cents, because chin, mouth, nose, hair, and hair like the 2005 and under the neck can happen on any of the coins. I've had them on some coins just once, not again. So you've got to check them, because they can turn up on any 50 cent, because that's obviously been the weak spot all the time on the 50 cents. 69s, you know, they're very high mintage for what they go for. I think they're 14 mil somewhere. A 50 cent with the cement mark, did you? You found a 50 cent Australia Day with a cement mark. 50 cent Australia Day. Really? I don't know. I'd have to look up and see if. Oh, look, of course. Well, yeah, they would be around, because the mint, being Australia Day, probably did mint ones with cement marks as that special occasion. So I don't doubt that they are, and so that means you've found one out in circulation. Yeah, I wonder where the mint mark would be on them. Be on the back. Did I have one here? No, I didn't have one to look at again. Yeah, but that's really good, eh? That'd be that's a scarcer one to find for sure. So it's got the double bars again. This one behind the emu head, just there. Double bar variety, and again another 1980. So that's two, and we've seen, I know, 2 or 3 79s with no double bar on them. But yes, you get about 8 1980 double bar to 179 if you're lucky. I've gone months with finding no 79s at all, nothing. Let's come in it closer. Yeah, and you'd know if you found one anyway, Peter. You wouldn't have to hope. Oh, right. Yeah, well, that sounds about the right spot that they'd probably put one too. So that's the 2014. They had the 2 at the end, the 8s, which is on the reverse side, and the coat of arms. So both not 2014s. That's one that I had my variety I found with the different font. It's got thicker font, lot thicker. The bar on the T is nearly double on the one I've got. It looks like it's closer in, that it's smaller in, and the whole design is just more pronounced and detailed depth and everything, and the back too, it just looks like it's rolling over. And I just think they just used up their proof dies before they destroyed them, because they destroy all their proof dies when they finish with them. But I've had many coins, 20 cents. I've had tons of coins that have been minted with proof dyes. You just know the difference straight away. Even though the planchet's not highly polished, the dye is, and you get a really lovely mirror finish. You know when you've got them. The last one. The last one. And that might be it for me for the morning. As if I've got a noodle in it, I'll go live. Yeah, so yes. Oh, that's my phone going off. I can't answer it because it cuts this out, so that's just gonna have to wait till I've done this. Yeah, so yeah, I've got to go. I've got to go back to the bank. I've got to noodle them. Is that another wide date? We've got one here, 1994. Year of the family. Where is it? So I already found one wide date. Oh, where is it? And that's a normal date. So the one at the back, you can see, is about a half a mil difference to the one at the front, which is 1 mil difference. So you got the variety here, wide date. It's got 1 mil, half a mil. There you go. And these are money coins that they sell. All the ones I've had are sold. I think I had 15 or more. They're all gone. So that one's going on the old flea bay rip-off, but it's the only place I got to sell. Yeah, so anyway, that was a good score. And lucky last, yeah, another 2018, very nice. Remember, like I said, 4.6 mil, but keep some that are really nice. And you can get these with the errors on the bicep there, and get little cuds and marks. I don't know if that one. Oh, it's bunged in. And you can get the tail roo reed, and up here too, a little bit of cud. Not sure if this one gets anything on the shield. But check them all anyway. Always check all the way around the shield on everything, and all down the back of that kangaroo, and all in here, and all in here, and you'll always find some doubling on these for some reason. And for that kangaroo, missing all his detail up there, and with dye wear, or dye fill, dye wear, dye fill, and these readings partly missing too. But that's on the 2019 IRBs, but check on all the coins for all those areas there. But the ones with the ear up here missing detail and all around here, and this looking ultra thin, is the 2019 IRB. And good luck finding any of them at 1,050,000 or something. Yeah. So yes, how is that through? Because I need to answer this message. It's on my phone. I know last time I did it, everything went blank for like 20 seconds. Oh look, I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, I'm not answering for loss of contact. 83s, these are the ones I said, look for them and get double bar at the back of these, the double bar error, not the 79 and 80 variety, but an error where you get the bumps, they look like this finger, they're just low and round. The 7980, they're straight and sharp and raised like train tracks. They always look like train tracks. These they do the same spot, but they're round and very low. And you pick them up with shadow looking, because they don't stand up. That one's clear. You can just see a little bit coming there, but yeah, look for them 83. Yeah, they do. Oh, so yeah, get some, get some. Oh, brother, do not go anywhere. You stay there. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll get these out of the way. You just don't go anywhere. I'm just going to flip through these because I know what I want, and if they're not here, they're going. And 79. Oh, it's so dirty. I don't care what it is. It's dirty. If it was a double bar, it doesn't matter. The 1980 I showed you, exactly the same. So you're not missing. You haven't seen anything. 2015s, they get all that. Roo read. 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19s. They all get that. I didn't say the 17 because I don't remember, but it's probably in there as well. They all get that cuds down the back, the Roo read. There's a Queen, like 25 years gone by at that stage. 25 years, 25 mil. 2014, the Varieties, no. Alright, that's the last one. That's the last 50 cents. So, out of that 50 cents, so that's all I got was two 1980 double bar varieties. The double bar is at the back of the emu's head there. 2020, lowest minted 50 cent piece. It's 630,000, that's amazing. Atsis, 24, 3 mil. Torres Strait Islanders in Australia, coming together there. 1994, year of the family, wide date variety. There's a 1 mil gap between the 99 and the 94. 7 mil across, the standard 6 mil across, half a mil between the 99 and half a mil between the 94. 1973, low mint down there. That's number 6 on the lowest of our minted coat of arms 50 cents is at 3 mil. Beautiful. Nice. It's nice. You got, 73. What do you expect? Well, if I've got some that I found like this. I'm going to do Mr. Piggy later because I've got something here just to show Dean. So you there, Dean? You are? Good. Let me just check the dog's not gone crazy again. You're right, yeah, good. Where am I? Just stay there, buddy. Stay there. Just wanted to show you something that you wanted to see. And this is my Warhammer. This is the Nurgles and the Death dudes. So these ones, I've put them all together. I've undercoated them. I haven't shaded them yet. And anybody that hasn't done Warhammer, I've put this together completely from everyone you see there. We're going to sprue in one piece. The faces, the heads. There's a tons of. I've had to glue everything on. Everything is put together off a plastic sprue. Every single thing you see. I've sprayed it over, but this was 100 pieces. And it's hard to put it. It's a hard job. Really hard. And so that's a bi-load bloater floater or something. Heaps of power in him if you're playing Warhammer. He was specifically in this box that I bought, the Dark Imperium, and it's the Death. What are they? The Death Walkers. And he's and there's the Nurgle dudes. So I think these are the Nurgle gods. I'll just put them down so you can see them straight. But I put magnets underneath, stuck that onto there. That's just plastic. That I put a magnet on it, then that'll stick to your baking tray because it's metal, and then you can spray them and turn them around without them falling off. But they will fall off, not the magnet. If you don't glue that properly, they fall off. But there's so much detail. Look, I've got to paint these, and I'll show you my painted ones in a minute. And man, if anyone's done these, they're going to know what I've done here. These are just so many parts, and I've got to get in there and paint all those chains. I've got to darken him up and give him his shading and all sorts of stuff. It's a nightmare to even think of, I tell you. There's this dude, got his big arm out there. The details are, it's amazing. Everything you got to put on, as you know, Dean, if you're building these, mate. Everything's got to be put on. What if I can? Oh, that's better. Now that's obviously from me spraying it, that I've got to pull that off. That's when I sprayed it. So that'll come off, so don't worry about that. It looks alright anyway, I might even leave it on there. You can do whatever you want, they're your models, you know. You can do whatever you like. And the detail is just mind-blowing. Warhammer 40,000. So yeah, the Death Squad and the Nurgles, yeah, they're Death summons. And then these are the Death Eaters. I think these are the Death Eaters, and they're all warped. And I've sprayed them undercoat, and because they're a different colour underneath because they've got skin showing. So I've done it so that's there, and then I'll paint the rest, and what will be left will be that skin colour underneath. I haven't got these out for so long I can't remember the names of these things, but you can see they're all deformed. They got their stomachs hanging out. You've got to paint everything. They're alive, but they're, you know, they've got a foot out of here. And they're controlled by the Nurgle. They're all out his back, and they're tortured, basically, and they've got everything growing out of them. They're really sick. This dude, I love this dude. He is mean as, look at his fist. Look at that massive fist on this side. He's got the mash, everything, and then this sword. And all the chains in here. And his head hunting down here. And at the back, all the chains. I can't wait to paint this dude. It's amazing. But if you got time on your hands and you like models, man, you don't have to play the game. These are just stunning to put together and to paint, and there's just so much. This guy's got his machine gun there, you know. There's just so much going on. It really is an unreal detail. But I know I've gone off the back coin, but anyway, you can watch the coins up to what you watched, and that's it. He's got his flamethrower and stuff on the back there. And we're talking, you know, these fights in this Warhammer, this is vicious stuff. I mean, they're not coming in with potato guns, man. They're coming in with some serious shiznick to do some damage. And these are like the general dudes and stuff, you know, there. I showed you him and him. And there's this guy. He's got heaps of power, this dude. And look, he's got a bug up there. Didn't even notice that, and I put them all together. But so much work. Everything had to be put together. But that was my very first time. Okay, so g'day, Ross. Oh yeah, Spaceman. Yeah, the Primaria Space Marines. They were they came back from Mars fighting these Nurgle in 2017 was when they were brought out, and the Primarius Space Corps Marine Space Corps one serious. If you like play, they remind me. If you like Halo, these are like, you know, this is Chiefy, mate, Chief from Halo, and I love Halo. I think these guys are like 8 foot or 9 foot tall now. They brought them out 2017, and they're a more powerful faction that have been fighting these dudes on Mars. This is how the story goes, anyway. And so these dudes have been there fighting. So I'll bring out one of the sergeant. I'll show you him first now, so I can give you an idea of what's going on here. So this is my one of my sergeants that I painted. He's in charge of the Hell Blasters, this guy. So he's got his can't remember the gun, Hell Blaster gun. I think he's a Hell Blaster. I've got two. Here's the other Sarge. So anyhow, I'll show you just. So I did the bases on there, and I did them so they look like Mars, because they come back from Mars, and in the game Mars is like hot and melted, you know. So we're talking, I don't know how far, 10,000 years into the future these guys have come from. But these guys were fighting them on Mars, and in 2017 Warhammer brought them into the game, and they're a bit taller than the first Space Marines. Hi Tina. And they're taller. I'm pretty sure like these are 7-8 foot, and the standard, the first Marines they had is the Space Marines. These are the Primaris Space Marines. They're taller, they got more firepower. These are tough, mother. For the game, whew, really tough as. And so I've had to paint meticulously. Didn't want to really go into keep showing all this stuff, but I've done the best I could. It's the first time I've ever painted these, and I've done the best I could getting in, and the buttons and the battle hard. These guys are not to be painted up looking like pretty boys, I'll tell you now. These guys have been fighting their backsides off over in Mars against the Nurgle, and they are battle hardened, and their outfits should match. That is, well, should. You don't have to. You can paint them up how you like. But if you really want to be in, when you put these down on your game board, you know, they're battle hardened. They've been in there, been fighting. But I've painted everything. Is, you know, I didn't have this to paint, but the eyes are really hard. The colour, I had to get this look so it looked like it's battle hardened. It's been wind blown and swept on Mars. Mars has got those winds on it with sand. You know, it's sand blasted all their protection outside. In there, mate, I painted everything. Jeez. It was pretty hard, I tell you. It took ages just to do one of these. Man, I don't know. A long time, that's all I can say. And the base, what I did with the base, I bought permanent clay, proper artist clay. And I covered it all over, pressed it all over, and then I found a twig from outside, yay thick, and I rolled it across once, and then rolled it across, and rolled it across, and where the bits of other branch have broken off, that's what's made the indents into it. So that's just me rolling that way and that way with a odd lumpy piece of twig. And I produced those, and then I did the red first, then I did a light spray and a rub, so the black just went on top, but it was a matte black to get that bottom. And so yeah, they're the eyes, you know. God, it took me so long not to overpaint, well, as best I could. Yeah, so that's there, and that's my whole squad down there. These guys, Inceptors, these are amazing. They fly, heaps of power. Look at that firepower. Bolt rifles, they shoot out the bolts. I painted all, I painted everything as best I could. Oh, that's close, isn't it? Jeez, let me go down there a bit further. Yeah, so I got right up in everywhere. Like I said, I tried to not overpaint anything, you know, but you know, you got to get the guns to, anyway, you got to make it look as best you can real. These all in there are painted, done all inside there. That's hard, really hard. And I painted these after they're together too, not before putting them together. As you saw with my Nurgles, they're not painted, they're all together. His jetpack and his feet right up there. Get right up there and so you can show his you know, his body underneath the black. You know, the flex on that suit. You know, you can see I've got in there, made sure that I've stood out all the flex for the suit where it bends. And his honour badge there. This is a prayer. They put prayers on the paper and they stick it to them. It's very religious, these, very religious. Yeah, faith and prayer. But anyway, I don't know. There's a base that I did that I haven't put anything on yet. So yeah, I just did it with, you can see the pink through there, that's the clay. And I thought they come from Mars, lava flows on there. So that's what I did anyway. That was the bases that came with them. Here's the El Supremo, but I haven't painted him yet. This is the General. This is Gulliman. Pretty sure. I haven't painted him. I've done his dark. I've done his shadowing on there, so you can see the black, all the black everywhere. It's just settling where I want it to. I made all the paint myself. I didn't go and buy the special paints that they charge you for to do this. I made my own shadowing. I think you know, might have it. Oh yeah, look, I've still got some blue black nightshade. So I made my own nightshade with inks, blue ink, and then I got Newland oil that I made myself as well. So I made it all myself rather than buy it because it's very expensive. So so the first thing you do see is all the shadowing. So when I paint this, it's gonna underneath, it's gonna have the shadows. You know, it's got to be shadowed up. You got to get all your shadowing done, just like a painter does. How he cuts in the corners and all around the windowsill, and sets it all up to be painted. That same thing, but this is for shadowing. So, you know, and you got to pick your right colours. You know, if you're using the black shadow or a blue shadow, I used a black shadow on this one, which is the Newland oil type. But like I said, I haven't painted him yet. He's the head Supremo. I got the Hell Blasters. They're really cool. Like I said, first time painting though. Never done it before. He's sick, mate. Look, they're battle hardened, mate. They have been blasted. The sand smacks shit out of them. Really made sure they look like, you know, the cavalry's turned up. That's what these guys are. I'm serious. When these guys came into the game, that was the cavalry turning up for the Space Marines. That's what I mean, like Halo. You know, the chiefy turns up to take care of everybody else. That's basically these guys. They're going to take care. Warhammer 40,000. I love them. They're just absolute. The detail is just phenomenal. Here's head guy. Look at this paint job. Look, I forgot about him. This guy here. I made sure he was gold. He's one of the commanders. He's second in charge, I think. This guy, or third in charge. He's a veteran. With veterans, they've got the red across the top. This guy being a veteran, he could be up to 1,000 years old. You got to read the game. He could be 1,000 years old, this veteran. And I think that's the only one. I haven't had him out for a little while, you know. For a while. But he is really spectacular. He's got a power sword. It's got the latest power sword, this thing. And then he's got his bolt handgun, side gun, ammo, pack, health pack. And he's really religious out, this dude. He's just here. I think he had another one on him. And he's just sick. He's going in there to kick some butt. No worries. No, I haven't played. I want to play. I've read. It's absolutely amazing game. And this is where he's totally religious. So you've got this here. I knew there was some other part. This is his church, basically. He carries his church around with him in here. Come on. Oh, it's probably focusing in on other stuff. Is that better? Yeah, just in there. I painted that specifically, you know. It's too bad I can't get in there, maybe. But yeah, it's a religious. It's probably got dust in it. I don't know, but so I haven't played. No. Well, I saw it one day. I've read about it for years and years and years. Heard all about it. You know, Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer 40,000. And it was lockdown, and I saw it all, and I thought, oh well, I'm going off. And I've actually got the date. I think it was I got the date on there, the 6th of so June 2020. We're in lockdown, and I decided to go and get something to do. And I went down to a place in Coburg. I don't know where I put where his card was, because I did have it. But a game shop down in Coburg. I went to, and I went in and I just said, I want to do Warhammer. I knew nothing. And he grabbed down the box and he said, you need this. And he gave me the Dark Imperium, which is, one of the best ever that they've released of the box series. And it had, I think, 56 now. I said 66, but it had 56 brand new Primaris, introduction of the Primaris Space Marines, and the Nurgle. And of course they all have some in there that are first, like this came out in this set. You couldn't get it anywhere else but this set. And same as in the Nurgle, there was one in there, one or two. But I just did that, and I came home, and geez, I spent you don't want to know how long I spent doing these. And I've never done them before. That's the very first time ever that I've painted any of these models. Here's a Hellblaster. That's a Hellblaster. I really wanted to try and get that plasma glowing on the top of there. It was a choice of blue or green, but I wanted to stay in line with the green, with the blue. Yeah, well, Chaos is the Nurgle. They're all Chaos. All these dudes are Chaos. This is Chaos. Yeah. And like I say, I've got to paint these dudes yet. But the Flesh Eaters. Yeah, no, they're plastic. You can get metal Warhammer, but these are plastic for this game. But yeah, they're all the Walking Dead, basically, all in pain. And these guys go around and cast spells and everything else. So these are the evil against the good. And they came in that whole box together. And they came with a magnificent book and everything really top notch. Oh right, yeah, the metal bosses, yeah, the medals look really good too. But look, I did his face, I wanted to get that. Can I get this? I don't know if this light's going dim or what's going on here, but from my perspective it keeps going a bit dark. But yeah, I wanted to get his face there. And his eyes, look at his eyes. Yeah, for me to get those eyes done, I swear to God, they were done. Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I did them. Cannot tell you how many times I did those eyes. And every time I bogered up the eyes, I had to repaint his face. And if I hit the red, the mask, I'd have to repaint that. But he's just looking right through you. He's human, but he's not human, mate. He's on a mission to kill everything evil and to protect, I'm pretty sure, Earth, mankind. But look at that, he just wants to go and kick butt. And he's ready for it. And these are gravity boots, of course. And and he's got the red handgun because he's the Sarge of the Hellblasters. So he's in charge of all these guys here. So there's the other dude, and he's the boss. So I gave him the green eyes because he's a veteran. He's red. He's a veteran. Pretty sure he's a veteran, so I put the red on him. And I gave these guys red eyes, whereas I gave him green, and I put an eye dot in there for it to be piercing. Looking right down that barrel there. Yeah. They're alright. I mean, I've seen it. Yeah. What I've painted, well, it looks rough, but I assure you, it is all meant to be. These guys have been, they've been in battle, man, and they've been sandblasted. They've been on Mars. I haven't dusted them. Sorry if they look a bit dusty. I have to get just a paintbrush and go over. But yeah, there's something else. I'll tell you. Here's my other guy. Look, I've spent. What have I done to his? Oh no! See his face? See that? That's deliberate, okay? He has been burnt. His face has he's copped it. This guy's a veteran. You can tell he's got the red helmet. He leads everybody. They rely on him. I put the green eyes on his helmet as he matching with the green eyes of the previous veteran I showed you. And he's got one good eye there, and he don't care. Yeah. But yeah, I could probably go in, but I have been putting them in and out of the box. But you know, that's the thing. He's this guy on the table. These would look really good, so authentic. They've been through hell, mate. You know, they've been on Mars with these horrible dudes. I'll give you one of them, but they've been fighting these, you know, horrible, tortured Death Eaters. And they're just, they're out to kick some butt. No mucking around. Who else is in here? Might not have seen. No, well, I showed you the other Sarge. So he's in charge of the Hell Blasters. He's in charge of the Inceptors. Inceptions. He's in charge of the Inceptions. These guys are Inceptors, the flying dudes. So that's the three that are in here, the three factions, the three units. You've got the Flying Corps, and you've got the Hell Blasters, and you've got the what you would call maybe your frontline guys, you know, out there. That's why he's beaten up. He's out first all the time. All the time he's sent out first, this guy. Anyhow, I've painted them up. Still got 2 there. And 33 or something of those Noodles. And these took me about 6 months to paint all these. Easy. Oh, easy. Yeah, they did. They did. They took about 6 months to paint all these. Let me see if I can just show you a bit better here. Oh, if I pulled that out there. See if we can get a pan around on let me just see if I can do something here with the light. There's another boss, mate. And see, he's red with white. He's the head of the veterans. Look at his gun. Look at his religion here. This guy he's the guy that takes them all in. That's him. It could be, like I said, 1,000, 200 years, 500 years. They can live so long because they go through the warp, or they went into a warp 10,000 years ago, and they keep popping out and that, and they don't age when they come back to Earth, or very little. And so you can have people thousands of years old fighting alongside here because they've come back through this warp hole. And he's one of them. Yeah, and that Gulliman guy down there, they brought him back and he was dead. And he's now general. Anyway, give you a bit of a run. Warhammer 40,000, mate. If you don't play the game, it doesn't matter. The amount of these you can do, there's tanks for these, there's aeroplanes for these guys. Oh, it's just endless what you can get to keep building my army up. I can just keep building it and building it and building it. It's just totally amazing. Yeah, I just fell for it straight away. The thinking behind the battle scene for this is just what I like. It's big thinking. This is chess on steroids. Then that steroid chess went and took more steroids, and then that chess took some more steroids, and you get the message, and it kept going. And this is chess on steroids. To me, it's just... But the little guys, and you can paint them to any colour you want. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you tell them at the start of the game what faction you are, so you follow the rules for that faction and for those generals and everyone else in there. And they just look great. Those flying dudes coming in there. Yeah, I love it. I'd love to play a game. I've never played it. Never played it. Haven't had anyone to play with. No one in the family's going to play. It's just too complex. But I'd love to play it. Yeah, so now I might get into painting those noodles or finishing off my... this guy here. This guy is known as an ancient. And ancients are known by, they are the flag bearer, just like the old Roman days. You can see, had to do all this. And I've coloured him black, done his undershade for it. You can see all the dark in there. So yeah, he's ready to go. So you can see where I stopped. I stopped on the general and the ancient. This guy was brought in just in this box. This is the first time he was introduced. Gulliman, and he's got some serious power. That laser blade there, power blade. But he is serious, this dude. Anyway, get some, there you go, bro. They were for you. I wanted to show you what I've done, because you're the only other person I know that's ever mentioned anything that I could talk to or show, so I was pretty anxious to show you what I've done, because no one's ever seen these, so I don't have any opinion on how I painted them or what, you know, if that was right, keeping it to theme, that, you know, these guys just arrived from Mars. That's what the book says. They've been fighting those other dudes in Mars. Look at this guy. This guy is sick. I love this one. He's just spectacular. I made sure he had gold, you know, that he stood out. Wait till I do this guy. Wait till I do him. He is just going to gleam gold. This guy is going to stand out on the field, I tell you. Battle hardened, but he's going to glow. He's going to be gold. Yep. But yes, I like him. He's really nice. Really nice. That looks great. And you can just put that, don't have to play the game, buy these, paint them up, and look, these sitting on the shelf, I haven't had them out on the shelf, but these set up in armies looking at each other, just ready to go, and that in a nice room on a really, really nice shelf together. Put the lighting on them, make sure they're not just sitting there looking dead, that you've got your lighting coming in there, and, you know, like they do in the museum, you know, highlight them, because, yeah, they're great. The detail is just amazing. The Warhammer guys, just amazing what they can do with these. But they're a challenge. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they do. They still make some of the, you know, the metal, and I think you can get the pewter. But yes, they were solids and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe people got into them and said, you know, we can paint the solids, metals, but we want to put together as well and be able to put different shoulder pads on there or something. Oh, and by the way, these are not finished. I've got all the decals to go on these from all their factions yet. So there's decals to go over all of these. Their knees, oh geez, I'd have to dig it out. There's decals to go all over. To show their factions and shoulder here. So I've got their badges, all their badges, their factions. I haven't done them. And when that's done, and you look at, wait till you see these with their decals on them. The decals is amazing. They just set them off. I see things that without them, and then I see them with the decals, and decals just set off these. I just got hit. My light doesn't want to stay up. Yeah, the decals just set them off. Oh, remember the time here. It's got to go. So anyway, that's live. That's what happens when it's live. But I can't get that in. It's focusing on behind here. Oh, that's better. I've got to get it in the right spot, haven't I? Here. Alright. Oh, I know what's going on. It's my fault. I'll know next time. There you go. Yeah, but anyhow, very good. I like them. And well, you're paying them and they're your. But I did want an opinion on it, that if that was okay with that finish, with that, well, they're battle hardened. And the proof that I put them on this lava here. And that might have been what burnt that dude's face. Him, of his burnt face. Well, it's just there. Oh, well, I've got to put it there and then I can zoom. Like I said, to get that battle hard, and I tell you, you'd need to have the recipe off me to do that, because it takes multiple paints to do that, to get that crack finish. But yeah, hammered. Yeah, yeah, just clay. That's all. I bought self-hardening clay, and then I just found a stick outside, the thick twig that had bits that had broken off it, little knobs in it, and I just rolled it that way, then that way. I just kept rolling them across different ways, back and forwards, until I saw there's a nice pattern in there. Then I sprayed it. No. The 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 clay underneath is pink. The clay is pink, and then I've got to remember now what I did. I did the clay. Uh, then I did the black. I think I did the black. I said I did the black last. I think I did the black, and then I made up. Then I got red ink, and I ran I put the red ink on it, and I just let it go, and it went into here. And ink's very thin too, so it's able to then just do a light rub, and that's it. So that's red ink fell into all there. So I did the rolling and all that first on pink clay. Then I did the black spray, because it goes into there. Then I did the red, and just sort of made sure you put it in deliberately, because it's ink, and just leave it in there. And even in the puddles, just leave it in the puddles and just let it set. That was it anyway. It got lava. Yeah. So very good. Anyway, that's my Warhammer 40,000. Primaris Space Marines, toughest Marines on the planet. And they just simply kick regimental butt against the evil Nurgles and Death Eaters and Death Squad. These are Chaos. So Chaos is evil, of course. And is it Primaris? Premiers? Good. Basically good and evil. That's what it's about. You take your sides, and if you got to see some of the evils. You can get amazing stuff. Have a look at Warhammer 40,000 and you're going to blow out the detail, the types of legions you can get. You can get lizard people and all sorts of dino, but really cool, sick as. So if you like your models, like painting, there. If you like want to play a game too, amazing. But you got to get people that it's heavy thinking, it's a lot of maths, it's a lot of work to play this game. So you know you got to be dedicated if you want to play that. You know, and I'd be dedicated. I'd be no worries, right into that. This is Risk. I played Risk when it came out. I got it the Christmas it came out. God knows when that was, early '80s, late '70s. And I played that on my own, and it didn't matter if anyone's around. Love Risk. Um, Escape from Colditz was another one that I had. Brilliant game. Uh, Very mathematical. All had to work. You know, I like that. Get the brain working, keep you young. So anyway, that's it. So my next one will be on coins again, but that was just a throw in. But that's what you get for live on my breakfast show. You'll get a bit of everything. If I need to show somebody something, I'm not going to do a separate stream when they turned up, and that was Dean for Get Some. There you go, brother. See how you go with yours. I don't know if you've painted yours. You haven't told me what you've done with yours, or you just started. Oh yeah, here's the big bloater that I put together. That was just so many parts, and it's just evil. I got so much to paint. You know, getting in these small spots in between under here. You know, getting in all and getting the colour, getting the guns right, and these engines in here. He's a bleatoid floater, so he's some dude is inside here forcibly in there because it's all death and whatever. So there's an entity that's forcibly inside that machine, and for him to go and kill the Space Marines and the Primarius headquarters. I don't know what the headquarters is called. Sorry for anybody that's into the game. I will read up again. I haven't had these out for about a year and a half, a year. So when I finished painting them, it would have been Christmas 2020. I haven't had them out since. This is the first time I've even looked at them again, I'm pretty sure. But a lot of detail, lots of detail. And they're worth mega dollars painted up too, you know. Just that set there, I don't know how much, but you know, I'll be getting a couple $100, you know, $300, $400, $500. I'd be asking for these if they wanted them, and with those ones finished, easy just for them. They're worth good money. If you wanted another money, if you want to, you could get these, build them, put them together, and paint them, and people will buy them done, full sets. But you got to do the job, you know. And mine compared to what they sell, well, mine are battle hardened. Most people that buy the ones are painted up, and they're all in the line. You know, nothing's out. They're perfect. They're spectacular. I love them. The work some people can do, I love them. But I wanted this because I go into battle. These guys look like, you know, they've been out there. They've been out there and they've been doing it. And that's what I want to show, that they've got, I'll show you, it looks good there, that they got this mean looking, look, they're even moving around. They must have seen something come from the left there. Look at them all facing the right way, ready to blast anyone that come around that corner. And there's the Sarge. No, Captain. Captain. Right there. Kick butt. Okay. That'll do for the morning. So until my next stream, thanks for watching. Yeah. Oh, you said that you lost most of them migrating, yeah. But they're really good. I like they were really good for during the lockdown here in Melbourne. Have something to do. Yeah, didn't get too frustrated making them. I've got to say, wasn't overly frustrated. Had its moments, must say. There's so many parts on each one of these to put together. Every single one of them. But when I look at them now and they're all painted up and they're just ready to go in, even though those two aren't painted, doesn't matter. You don't have to paint these to play the game, by the way. If you don't paint them, the term in the game from the veterans of the game, you'll be known as a ghost army, and a ghost army is an army that hasn't been painted, and that's fully acceptable. Uh, they want more people to play the game. They don't want people put off, and it's fully acceptable as to what you want to do with them. And you just nominate when you start what faction they are. That's it. That's good. And so you don't have to. You can have the grey army, the ghost army, the grey army, and not paint them and play the game. You don't have to paint them, but you have to put them together. So that's you know that's the hardest bit. But they look spectacular anyway. Really top stuff. Okay, so until my next video, yes, please subscribe, like, and share and comment, and you can comment again once this is all processed and no, you can't. But the chat won't come up till it's processed. It's about 24 hours. Okay, so hello, Benny. I'm just about to go. Hello, SD. Hello, and goodbye. You'll have to rewind to have a look. But I was just at the end here, just showing the Warhammer stuff that I've painted up. I haven't played it. I just got these in lockdown. I've never painted them before. Nothing. But I put them all together and gave them a paint. But as like most of them say, it's the eyes that are the hardest to paint. That's for sure. But yeah, he's really cool. And I put the red eyes on him. Red eyes and he's head of the veterans because he's red and he has white to the side. So veterans are red. Anyone that's got white on the side, he's the oldest. He's the lead veteran, and you'll see his religious stuff over him all over. Yeah, I painted them. Like I said, I hadn't done before. I've been showing them just to get opinions off anyone. I painted them so they're battle hardened, so they look like as the book says, they've just come back from Mars fighting all the Nurgle, and I gave them that sandblast look. Made the bases out of lava, and he's religious as look. He's a veteran sergeant, red hat, all red, no white, double God blessings on here. They write blessings on there and stick them on them. They're very religious. Yeah, but yeah, they're really cool. You can get right into them, especially giving them their faces and their looks. He's another Sarge. He's a veteran. He's senior veteran. Head honcho like the other guy. There's two of them. Made sure they had copper rounds as well for their bullets. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, they take ages anyway. They take ages, the flying ones. They just take ages. But the eyes are really hard. Everything's hard in actual fact to paint. Right up under there. Gotta get all the detail. The fingers on the gun. Make sure the hands that are on the gun, I've blackened them a bit to show that they're like a glove, not just the blue. I really made sure he looked good with his. That's gold in actual fact. It's not copper. I must say, it's what do they call it? It's like a miner's gold or something. So it's gold, but it's that. It's not yellow gold. It's like a copper gold, but it's gold. I said copper because it looks like, but I remember now it's not. It's gold. Anyhow, um, they're all good. Took a while. They're good to look at, but I want to play the game. Get those hell blaster guns rocking. But yes, you can buy them and build them and do whatever you like with them, um, in colour wise and how you want to set them up. Yeah, they're alright. They were fun. Well, they were good fun to do. Very frustrating though, getting that finish, mate. Multiple paints to get that finish. You can't just get that finish. Nah, you would have thought so there, Salvador, but I didn't. No, I didn't, buddy. I didn't use any magnification at all to paint any of that. I did it all with my glasses on. There's no room. You can't have it in. You can't have nothing in between you when you're painting. You're right. It's right in your face. So, you can't. No, it's all by eye. The whole lot's by eye. Everything, and everything had to be done when it was together. And of course, you do your shade. I should have shown. Maybe you never know. But I'd probably paint him, not kill my general yet. But these two are left to paint. But they've got all their blacking on this. So maybe I should paint this to show everybody um, how I got that effect and how I did it. But we're talking weeks just to put it into a video. If I did it live, it'd only be just a little bit or something. But anyhow, yeah, they're all good fun. I like them. They look really. I love Halo, and I love that toughness, and I love the Space Marines, and these are the Primaris Space Marines, so they're taller. They're about a foot and a half taller. They got stronger, bigger weapons. They're battle hardened. These are kick butt dudes when they brought these out. Absolutely one of the toughest in the game to have. If you started with this in your game, that's why it got that. People are like, well, they've got the Primara Space Marines will have to strategize differently because these guys can do some serious damage with these hell blasters and these bolt rifles and stuff. I've read it all, ready to play. That's why it'll come back to me. I've read everything. I've read the book. I've read all the strategy. I've read everything on these things. And I've done so much recording that it's just back of the head. But I've read all the strategy, all the different factions, what each ones do, who's chaos, who's not chaos, and then who's the son of Sikrim or something. It went off to a side alley, a different fighting and stuff. And I've read it all. Who this Gullyman was and come back and the whole lot. I read everything, and I've forgotten it. So I'd have to read up, but it wouldn't take me much, because once it's in there, it won't take much to read it again, and pick up on what's going on. But the storyline is amazing. Somebody has got some really. I don't know how they think of this stuff. I honestly don't. I don't know where it comes from, but they write the books, they bring them out like this for you to play war games with, and it's just amazing. And the detail. They don't miss anything. So you want the best detail? These. Want to play a game? These. Want to paint them with the detail? Play a game? These. Beautiful. Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah. Look, like I said, first time, very patient, all by eye. Mate. If anyone's done any, I paint it. Had to come off. Huge job for each one of these. Huge job. These ones I love finishing them. They took so much with the double guns and getting the barrel colour right. Oh, and I love him because I just put all that gold into him, you know, and he's a veteran, you know, give him that respect. And yeah, who else was there? Oh, there's all the sergeants. That's all these, the veterans, the sergeants. Him too. Made sure of him. You know, these two are the buddies. They've been together all the time through the battling. They're the head dudes. Got the red with the white. Being the veterans. And I haven't put the decals on them yet. Wait till the decals go on with all their factions and stuff. Oh, they just look magnificent. Wait till the decals are on there. Oh, anyway, I was going to say back ages ago. I'm getting a bit conscientious with these lives being long. Anyway, bad luck. It's mine. You know, bit of pressure, peer group pressure. I don't know, but they're done when they're done. They go as long as I was only going to do a half an hour at the start, just for to get some 50 cents out of the way, because that's what I've been doing, noodling. And, you know, I'll go back to it to include it. 2020, beautiful. Lowest minted, 50 cents we got. There's one. ATSIS, 2014, 3 mil, beautiful. 1994 wide date, unreal, nice condition. 1980 double bar behind the emu's head, Varieties, and a low mint, 3 mil, 1973, 6th lowest, beautiful. That was right. That was out of $60 of 50-cent pieces. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got things I have to do. Yes, it is. Yeah, you gotta. That's right. That's why I wanted everything to dry on these perfect before I even got to putting the decals on. But yes, the decals, the hardest decals, I'm pretty sure, is these shoulder ones. Yeah, anything that gets a angle is the hardest. So what you do have to do is anything that goes on the shoulder here. So if you've got a decal that's going across here, it's round. You know what's going to happen. You'll put it on here, and when you push it over, you get a bulge at some stage because it's round. What you have to do is you have to put a cut in it. And you put it on, and then you put on, and that goes over the cut to create it. So you have to shorten it by putting a cut and then bringing the, oh, I'm doing it here, not showing this. So it goes on here, so anything round here is going to, of course, when you press it, it'll get a ridge. So you put it, cut, push that down, and the next one over, and it goes over the cut, and you'll have it nice, smooth, fit in over the top of that and around. But yeah, you got to make sure you know where to cut the decal to create the overlap that you're going to end up doing. I can't wait. They're going to look so good with these decals, and they're going to show with it, you know, the factions they're with. You know, here's a Hellblaster. Plasma, these things. Blast the absolute crap out of everything. And I think that Hellblaster was the first time introduced into the game as well. Came with the Primaris. Space Marines. The cavalry has turned up, mate. Yeah, you got to buy the right cutters when you cut these off their sprues. If you don't, you're going to be sorry, because when you've got things like this and you're cutting them off the sprues and you've got these, they're so thin. These spikes on some of these, they're so thin they'll break. You got to make sure you know you cut it. And I've taken all, you won't see my sprue cuts. I've taken them all off. They're joined perfect. I've got to say, I did them perfectly. All the sprue, wherever they were, they're not on there. The ones on the bottom here that joined on the edges, I've trimmed everything to flat. I've taken all the sprue marks off. They're dead flat. Perfect. He's sick. I cannot wait to paint this dude. He is really sick. Look at all this weaponry. Yeah, the detail's just mind-blowing. And the paint is mind-blowing too. But anyhow, I'm going. That's it. All right, so thanks for watching. I just it just lost power. Okay, so comment, subscribe, watch, learn, share. And I got all my other videos, you know, people complaining. I'm doing these lives, I've got these, anything anybody wants to learn or know about, just my videos of last 2 years and 7 years ago, they're all out there. There's not much more I can really show you except for the same things I'm finding and how much you can find them, and well, basically show you the money coins because that's what it's all about. You want to set that, you want something in there that's worth the money for the time you spend doing it, I reckon. So going off track a bit and whatever, that's all fine. I've got plenty of videos for people to learn. They're not missing out on anything, and who knows, somebody might just go down and start getting into Warhammer. Fantastic. All right, so till my next one, thanks for watching again. Have a good morning and a good Monday and a good Sunday night over in America and around the world where it's different to us. And till the next one, bye-bye.